Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of the program Critical Lens here on Atlantic TV. My name is Chimobin Zeramobi. Insecurity in Nigeria has become like a national song. Every day, Nigerians wake up to reports of fellow citizens getting killed. Per what Amnesty International, or the report by Amnesty International, in the last 2 years, 10,217 Nigerians have been killed. The numbers continue to go up. Recently, Benue State has been in the news, and what has emerged from Yeluwata to other communities, and even in the immediate past weekend, Plateau State also in the news, all tilted towards the same thing: rising insecurity. The killings, almost difficult to keep track of. It begs the question, what should the citizens do? Constitutionally, the government has the responsibility of protecting lives and properties. It seems that constitutional responsibility is not comfortably being carried out by the government. The people are beginning to ask questions. What should we do? Joining us today on Critical Lens to look at the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and how best to handle the situation and what citizens need to do is a security expert and also a proud worry boy, Deacon Shola Mese. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's get on with it. I mean, you are into the business of security, not just in Delta State, not just in Nigeria. Your reach is going obviously outside the shores of this country. But let's talk about Nigeria. In the last 2 years, according to Amnesty International report, 10,217 and counting. That certainly will make someone like you who is into the business of security a bit concerned. For you as a security expert, what exactly would you say is the problem with the feeling? The numbers certainly will make you cringe.
Yes. It's not just embarrassing, not just disgraceful, not just satanic. I don't know what other word to use. Truth be told, I keep saying it and I'll repeat it time without number. When you handle security matter politically, you're going to have political results. And that is what we're experiencing now, whether we like it or not. And truth be told again, whether we like it or not, the issue of corruption will not stop until we reduce and stop this issue of security votes. It is the easiest way of looting. Easiest way of looting, I'll repeat it time without number. It is the easiest way of looting. No wonder these issues will be difficult to actually handle.
Let me try to get your point clear. Are you saying security vote creates a loophole for people to create situations of insecurity or allow insecurity situations to fester so as to justify the vote? Is that what you're saying?
Part of it. Part of it. You're talking about self-defense and what have you. For crying out loud, what defense do you expect somebody with cutlass, knife, then gun to do with somebody with the people with real weapon? And it is so embarrassing to say that our military cannot confront these people one-on-one. Meanwhile, we go out there to go and settle other issues, that is, other nations' issues, quietly and come back victorious. A small community, I call it small community because compare, we have 36 states. 36 states excluding the FCT. But yet, we can't handle just like talking about a community, even in your own home, just one family, you cannot handle it. It's shameful and embarrassing. Now we're talking about Benue, Plateau. We've forgotten about the other part, Boko Haram and what have you. So it's simultaneous. So if we don't handle it now, and if we don't handle it decisively, it's not going to stop. It will stop. They know what to do, and they know how to get it. You see most of these young men crying that we know what to do, but they are not allowing us to do it. So that is why I talk about corruption. as part of it.
Well, let's look at the role of the president and that of the governors. These are the chief security officers, but there seem to be um, some difficulty in them implementing it. I mean, they are the chief executive officers, but is it? Are we trying to say that it is from the armed forces itself? Because let me use Hyacinth earlier, the executive governor of Benue State, for example. Is it kind of easy to say that he's comfortable watching his people die because of some money? I mean, it's kind of hard to try to understand how difficult it must be for that governor.
See, if you're asking that question, is it difficult for him to? That is difficult for you to believe that is it comfortable for crying out loud. Apart from this war we're talking about, now many people have gone because of the corruption we're talking about. Money made for health, money made for education, money made for many other things. You deprive the people from having it. Is that not worse than what we're experiencing now? So do they really care? If you care, you should be able to disburse this money accordingly to the communities. If you care, you're supposed to take care of the welfare of the police command. You're supposed to take care of the welfare of the military command. The soldiers out there, of course, there are provisions for them. The people in the cell, there are provisions for them. If those same people you're talking about now, if they really care and if they have conscience, disburse this money accordingly. Let it get to the people. People are there, not even water to drink, but they make provision for all these things. So does it really get to them? Is that the people you're talking about? If they care, that they are comfortable with it, for crying out loud, all they need to do, I'm trying my best. What? See the other one with conscience, the one of the local government chairman. He went there, he wept that I'm going to resign if nothing is being done. You could see that conscience clear. I'm going to resign if nothing is being done. So if the governor of that state, if he knows what to do, he knows what to do, even though they're just there as chief security officer without toothless dog, they still know what to do. You can do it. It's not every little thing. Do it. Let the president say no. Then you can cry out to the wall. I've tried my best, but I have not been listened to.
But Autumn,
Yes.
when he was the governor of Benue State, was consistently crying, and still nothing was done.
That's part of the political issue we're talking about. Crying. When you are crying, for crying out loud, you're crying, you keep talking, you keep doing that, and what have you. Then T.Y. Danjuma, respected man, he talked about self-defense. What did you do? You must help yourself before you call other. You cannot, like you now, you can't expect you go and call a policeman for breaking and entry. Look at boys that will just break your door and come in. You don't need to call the policeman. It's not a crime for you to defend yourself. When they come in, if this bottle you have, even in water, you can turn your water to acid and pour on that person. If anything happens, it's self-defense. So you have to try that first before you cry out to the president. They expect you to handle some of these things.
So you're saying the governors have not done enough
They
in
have
area
not,
of
yes.
doing their own first
Their
before
own-
the federal
They
government?
have commands there. Despite the fact that the commands, they take instruction from the headquarters. But then, you know what to do. For crying out loud, I'll give you an instance. I remember vividly some years back, as a philanthropist and as a humanitarian person, I went to the station and I saw the place decay. It was raining that very day. The policemen and police officers and what have you were practically carrying their legs on top of a table to make statements. And I was very, very hungry. My spirit. It was raining. I said, okay, what will it cost? And I went there for a particular oil service company personnel who had an issue with them to assist the person. What did they say? They said, we're going to release this person because of you. Why? Because you've been doing a lot for us. What have I been doing? I gave them a generator, I refurbished that place, and what have you. When I saw this, I said, I'm going to do it. They said, Oga, so long as you're here, we'll release this person. But we've cried to these people to assist us. They refuse to assist us. Is it that same person you want to go and appeal to? So what am I trying to say? Yes, president, they have federal. You in their state, how have you taken care of the security personnel and what have you in your state? How? And you want to call them when you have crisis? No. They will do that. They'll tell you what, but they cannot go beyond what they are supposed to do because you're not there for them when they need you. And I'll shock you more to tell you that, look, even if they see a den gun, that police officer, that DP, whatever, will arrest your person because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Even though it is legal, it will tell you, I'm doing my job. Let me get back to my CP first if I'm going to release. Let me get back to my IG. But if you do what you're supposed to do, even though they will know it is legal, but they must do their own part. You do your part as a governor. You don't keep crying every time. You have children as a governor. You send them out. They are grown up. Would they be calling you for biscuit and chewing-gum? No. You ask them, you have money. Go and sort it out. You don't need to call me as a parent, as a father. I've done my part. I've trained you. I've done all I need to do. You are well grounded. Go and sort it out yourself. So that is what the president has to do. So when he gets to some stage, you don't need, the president has a lot on his head. So you handle your small state. If you cannot, before you cry out. So if you're saying they've tried, what have they, how have they tried? How? What effort have they done? They have votes to handle that.
Now, let me take it a little bit away from just focusing on the governors,
Yes.
but look at the potential cause of this crisis. Is it remotely possible that we are looking at external influence? And I'm looking at some of the states that have been badly hit. They are more like the food areas that produce agriculture, that are deeply into agriculture. Look at Benue, you look at Plateau, you look at Borno. These are areas. Is it remotely possible that we are looking at some sort of external influence in crippling Nigeria's food sector, but obviously by attacking the rural communities, attacking states with the capacity to produce for us?
If you want to say that, what about when they attack, not even attack, when we're having crisis in Niger Delta concerning the oil, bunkering and water, not just bunkering, reducing the quota that's supposed to feed the nation. What do you say about that? So it's not all about just attacking the food, basket of the nation as it were. It's not just all about that. There's more to it.
So are you now alluding to the fact that there could be international or external influence to further weaken the nation's
For crying
economy?
out loud, if you talk about international, how can international come and face only one state and we cannot conquer that one? No, now. You're talking about they'll just come pick one state and we cannot handle it. That is that not just lapses on the state governor, but lapses on everyone. These security agencies are there now. The security SSS are not. They know what to do to say, okay, look, if it is an external attack. External attack makes it more interesting, makes it more look like a war zone. Then you have to mobilize the war mercenaries to face it as a war, real war, not communal issue anymore. Because if you really want to classify, if you talk about communal, but these are graduated more than communal. It's graduating gradually to become like you're saying, not rightly say, external. Then let's treat it externally. Then let's move our mercenaries to that place, to that particular place. Yes, the CDS went there some time ago. The chief of staff went there. You went to spending their time right there. They still commit. So what are we not talking about? We have enough shopper. We have enough drone. We have enough. Our efforts is they can really work. That is our efforts. So we know what to do and how to get there. All you need to move the people. And now you want to move the civilians to avoid more casualty, move them out of and strike. If you want to turn it to war zone, let that place be war zone for once.
Now we move over to the issue of self-defense.
Yes.
Self-defense is enshrined in the Constitution, but it begs the question, for you as a security expert, would you advise people to think about individually defending themselves? Have we gotten to that stage where people need to start thinking of taking up arms to defend themselves?
It depends on the kind of arms and the kind of defense. We just talked about war. There's a difference between war and communal crisis. If a young man, area boys, stealing, breaking an entry, enter my house, I will hit the person whatever I have. That is self-defense. That is to say, the people you're talking about self-defense now will not be more that they will not give them any approval more than then gone highest pop action. So the self-defense, is that what you want to use to attack people that are coming with armored, tanker and what have you? No. Self-defense, we agree. The penal code actually, recognize that. The penal code recognize that. I think section 59, 60, and what have you talked about self-defense. There's nothing wrong with it. But not in this situation. They are helpless. They are helpless because whatever you give to them now, let's move the military base to that particular area, which we've been doing. Move the military base to that particular area for 1 week. For 1 week, not just moving it there, give them enough materials, give them enough ammunition, and give them order, red alert, do whatever you want to do. To hell with whoever calls it Amnesty International and what have you, because they've been killing and nothing like Amnesty. Go strike, not blank bullet. Go ahead and hit these people straight. Face it once and for all. There are some things I wouldn't even want to talk about here on hell. There are ways you handle this issue now. Have you been hearing about Boko Haram compared to what it is? There are ways they handle it, and they know how to do it. We have an idea of how they handle that Boko Haram. Now it has reduced to the barest minimum, except now they started, they are hearing their ugly heads again. If not before now, during Yaradua time, towards the end of Yaradua, did you hear about Boko Haram? So they know what to do to handle these people. It's not an issue at all. They can handle them.
Okay, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with this conversation, especially the issue of insecurity. But this time around, we'll look at the possibility of community policing. And somebody will want to even say mercenaries. President Goodluck Jonathan used that. Is it time for us to go back to that? After the break, we'll continue the conversation.
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
All right, welcome back to the program Critical Lens. We're still examining the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and the options available to Nigerians. Let's now move our attention to the issue of community policing. Some have described it as a potential way of the communities defending themselves before state actors get in. But still with us, we have our security expert, Deacon Shola Mese. Issue of self-policing is one that's been echoed over and over and over. Government after government have talked about community policing. What is your take on community policing, and is it really a viable option for us at this point?
Yes, people keep saying we are not due, we are not ripe enough. I don't know when we'll be ripe enough. It's like saying a child with teeth is not ripe enough to chew banana, to chew something, and it already has teeth. That's not it now. Truth be told, whether I would like it or not, I think we need a community policing. That is because one, I will use one worry adage. Who not get kitchen, not they buy fresh fish. Because where you want to cook them. Who not get kitchen, they buy fresh fish. So if the community people cannot handle it, no stranger will come and infiltrate that community. If the community people say, you are not going, you are not coming in here, you can't come in here, because if anything happens, you'll be held liable. No stranger, anywhere, no stranger can do it. So I am one of the first, and I will keep saying it, I advocate community policing. Whether they say we are ripe enough or we are not ripe enough, it's inconsequential. There's nothing that cannot be abused by politicians. If you say they're going to take advantage of it, we take advantage of them as well too. So the ones that have been happening, I would not say that they can't take advantage of it. They can. It depends on how you approach it. It will get to a stage where the community will say, nobody is coming in here. What is happening to our Hoya issue now? To some extent, it's paying off. Why? Because we are using community people to do the job. We're using community people. Even if you're a foreigner, for instance, you're an Edo man handling other states that is not Edo, and they are getting results because they are using people from that community to do the job. If community policing is not good, why are we talking about local content? Local content too is not good. So we should be able to just embrace that community policing and see. Let's try it for 1 year. If it doesn't work, then we'll go back. You're talking about it's not good, but we have vigilante, we have other people that you are harmed. So what is different between that and community policing? There's no difference now. It's the same thing. You're already practicing it. So why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we deceiving ourselves? So for me, community policing has come to stay. Let's not just legalize it. Let's keep using them and allow our police officers to have some space, because they cannot do it alone. They can never do it alone. Monkey smart, na tree near tree, na make monkey smart. If there's no information from grassroots, they are not magicians. So they need those people from the grassroots and local people to get information and to know what to do. Then they cannot come up with their expertise, those that have sent out. But community policing is one of the best things that will happen to this country. And we'll go with our 2 eyes, not 1 eye, 2 eyes to sleep.
Now, there will also be the issue of intelligence. You are pushing for community policing, but intelligence is critical. Intelligence helps you nip the issue, the situation, before it becomes a concern.
Yeah.
Do you think we have enough intelligence at the community level, to be able to comfortably implement this community policing?
That's why I talked about with our local adage in Warri, tree near tree, not the monkey smart. If you don't get that intelligence gathering, you cannot get intelligence from a stranger. You can only get intelligence report, genuine intelligence from son of the soil and people that reside there. That is where you need them. And with intelligence, if you don't get enough, you can't do any magic. If you like carry the old drone, put any kind of gadgets you want. No, you need human being to give you more. And it is that intelligence report or gathering that you use to make up your case. You put 1 + 1 together and you get a genuine result. So intelligence gathering, if you really want to get to that bottom, you see where if a governor wants to go to a particular community, they first of all send just to go and sweep the place. What is sweeping? Sweeping is to get intelligence and just hang out with people, know what, get their feelings. That's intelligence report. If anything happens, like in my territory now, if anything happens in my territory today, I'll tell you the truth. I know one who to call, but go and tell me who did this thing. I want to get the person now, and I'll place a price without anybody knowing, and I will get the result. But I will not look like a magician. You understand? These people that strikes and succeed in even this Boko Haram, when they strike, they have intelligence gathering from the military system. That is when they know when to strike and when not to strike. So a community policing, there must be an intelligence gathering. And the only way you can get the best intelligence gathering is from the community and from the people that are on ground. You can't come and if I don't know you before, I won't give you information. I'll keep my mouth shut. So I must know you as part of me. Then Obono talk, see what I talk, but just see who do am. Pam.
All right, we'll go on another break. When we come back, we'll talk about mercenaries for some of the national security concerns that we are currently facing. Is it time we'll go back to that? We'll delve into that after this break.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
All right, welcome back from that break. We're still talking the issue of security in Nigeria. This time around, we want to talk on the issue of mercenaries. Before the end of the Jonathan administration, Boko Haram insurgency was reduced to the barest minimum. In the documents that came out after Jonathan, it was clear that the president or the then administration made use of mercenaries to be able to bring down the activities of insurgents in the northeast and different parts of the country at the time. The question now is, with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Nigerian militaries seemingly appearing overwhelmed with the security situation in the country. Is it time we look towards that direction? Still with us right now is our security expert, Shola Mese. Let's look at the issue of mercenaries. President Goodluck Jonathan used it to great effect in the lead up to the 2015 elections that was won by the All Progressives Congress. I remember then President Muhammadu Buhari, who came in and said, well, we can't continue with that, and said the Nigerian military was capable enough to deal with the issue. He cancelled the contract. It was in the news then. But for you as an expert, is it time we consider that to deal with some of the core security concerns that we have, especially in Benue State, in Plateau State, in the Northeast, and some other parts of the country?
Like I keep saying, uno get kishi, no dey buy fresh fish. President Jonathan did not bring in foreign mercenaries. He used mercenaries from this same country. And these same people, they are still available for him, for this, whoever want to use them, they know the people I'm talking about. He did not import any foreign mercenaries. I can tell you that. He did not. Because there's no way they can achieve and get the kind of result he got. It was during that process, he set up the Coastal Guards, which was fortunately handled by the Niger Delta militants and ex-militants. After that, he handed over, and they still continue with it. So he did not use any foreign mercenaries. He used the same people from this country. We have the people that can do it. No stranger can come and do it for us. Yes, they might have the gadgets and what have you, but when it comes to intelligence gathering and what, we have them. If you go to the state security, you get more of them. They are doing perfect job. Don't undermine them. They know what to do and they know how to get it. Let's reach out to them. The military intelligence, they are there. Let's reach out to them. They know what to do. Let's not undermine them at all. The dollars you want to go and spend out there, convert it, give half of it to them. They will perform wonder better than the people you want to go and give the dollars out there. That is my own take. So the issue of mercenaries, you can get them right here in this country. I know that very well. We have capable hands that can handle this issue. They are not spirits. The people that are doing it, they are not spirits. People know them. They are from somewhere. And they know them. So no need to deceive ourselves. I always talk blank. So no need to deceive ourselves. They know what to do and to reduce it. If we don't handle it now, election is coming very soon. It might be worse. Because everybody wants this thing. So the earlier you do it, the better for all of us.
Is it remotely possible? I mean, during in the lead up to elections, we usually notice spike in insecurity situation, killings and whatever in different parts of the country. Is it remotely possible that the elections are also connected with these security concerns?
What is our strategies now? It's our strategy. You understand? If I make this place ungovernable and what have you, then all of a sudden, any hungry dog, any hungry puppy, association dog, no matter how aggressive, anybody that feeds the association dog, is that person that the association dog will wag tail for. So when you go as a savior, in quotes, they will listen to you. It will look as if, yes, I'm here to help you people. I'm here to, but nothing like that. They create that thing. The only way to create, you create that thing and you come again to provide solution.
Well, we've been discussing security issues with Shola Mese. I want to say thank you so much for joining us today on the program Critical Lens on Atlantic TV. We do hope that you've picked up one or two things. We'll be back next week with another edition. My name is Chimobin Zaramobi. Stay out of trouble. Bye.